Hello there, this is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. One major reason why men should get into body game. One major reason. And I'll get into that in a second because, there's always somebody who's like, nah, I don't want body game. Nah, it don't mean anything. But there's one major reason you should get into it. Because women are into it. Because you be going to, anybody who goes to these gyms, they can tell you be getting these young girls, not even older women, young girls, these modern women. They be up in the gym hard. Shoot. I still remember that time this young girl was going to cut me she was going to cut me. She's ready to fight me. Because she felt like I was getting on the machine too quickly. It was like a Smith machine just to do some leg press. But young women, shoot, these women with these tight old bodies. And here's the thing. You get these men out here thinking they can just spend some money to get these women, or they might just get the women just whatever. But hold up, let's think for a second. Reason with me for a second. If these women are working out, they're working out 2-3 hours. They be on these treadmills. They be lifting. There's women bench pressing and shit now. Squatting, doing all that stuff, doing all this stuff. You think they want a man crawling on top of them who don't want to work out? Now, you don't even have to be like super cut or anything. Just in the gym. Even if you a big guy. Because I know this one dude, this dude got a little bit of a stomach on him, but he could throw up weight like a champ. That dude be sweating. I be joning on him and stuff. I be like, damn, dude, you be sweating like a champ. That dude be running, doing push-ups, lifting those heavy weights. And at the gym I'm at, I always joan on him because he'll do a set all the way across the room. He'll do a routine. He'll lift on one side, then do some on the other side and all of that. But he's still working out. Now, this ain't saying you got to have the perfect body, but let's think about like the root word of relationships, relate. How this woman who's working out in the gym, who is constantly going there on a regular basis, got her water, she be running all that. How can she relate to somebody who don't want to work out? Because that's one of the things with women. They want to be able to relate to whatever man that they meet and whatever man they deal with. And plus, if they got a tight body, why they want some dude who don't want to tighten his body up crawling on top of him? This woman spending 3 hours a day in the gym, 6 days a week, and get some guy who don't want to do that. Now, I know one woman who actually tried that. It just didn't work for her. Because one of the things, when she broke up with him, she said, you know what? He was cool with her. And she was one of those swans, right? She was one of those swans. So she was giving him some play to begin with. But she couldn't stay with him because she was constantly in the gym, but he wasn't. And that's one thing for body game. If you want that tight old body, women, I'm going to tell you what. I haven't met the woman who can just have that tight old body, but she ain't working out. She ain't doing something. Even if it's just dance or something. But you get some guys out here thinking, oh yeah, I can get that woman. And even if it's a case of some dude leading with his wallet, and you might see some couple like that, she using him. And if you like rolling with me, if you support my channel, if you support what I'm talking about, you don't want to be that man. You want to be that man the woman is just looking at and just want to get with. Now, if you don't want to work out, if you don't want to do all that, You don't want to hit the gym, anything like that. Don't get mad if that out of shape woman is the only one that wants you. Don't get mad if that woman with the questionable body build wants you. She's just going to the man she can relate to. She don't want to work out, so she gonna look for a guy who don't work out. In fact, a lot of these guys who complain, they'll say, when I talk about tribe, they'll say, well, I'll be getting these fat, ugly women. Well, how do you look, dude? How do you look? You looking like you working out? Shoot. If you want that tight body woman, because when you look at these women who are high octane, 100 octane, shout out Master Teacher BGS, these women who are cheerleading, hey, that's a major sport. They be working out hard. Shoot, when I was in both the schools I was in, well, the second one more so than the first one, but those women, they be in the gym hard. They be doing some stuff. Shit. They be going hard. They ain't play around. Because at best, if a woman don't work out, she look good when she young, but she'll put on that weight and won't get it off. And let's be real. Guys want that tighter body. Let's just be real with it. Look, that's just how we are. We want that tight body. Yeah, I know I said something the other day about some dude like starting off wherever. And there's some dudes out there who will take whatever. But let's just be real. The majority of men out there, they want that woman who got that tight old body, got that progression. Let me do the progression. Got the face card, got the hair, got those breasts. Let me add some stuff to this progression for this one anyway. She got that tight body. If she got that snatch waist, she working out like a champ. That's why those women like you see on IG or something, maybe on TikTok. I don't get on TikTok that much, but on IG with the best bodies, they always working out hard. They working out hard, and they be getting like all these followers. Who you think they want with them? You think they want some dude who don't want to go to the gym, who don't want to work out something? Even if he ain't going to the gym, he doing some type of exercise. You think they want that man crawling on top of him? You might have one, woman here and there, loose woman here and there who don't give a shit. And you get them. But do you want to take that chance? Do you want to take something? That woman talking about she going to the gym. First of all, you could be like, oh, okay, you going to the gym? All right, okay, let's go. And they be doing their thing too. Sure, that'll turn them on. And especially if they like a nice body within themselves. If they like looking at themselves, they definitely want to look at a man with a good body build. And like I said, this don't mean you have to be cut, but look like you can do something. You can be one of those strong men in the gym. Like your body ain't super tight, but you can throw up some weight. Like for women, if you can throw up more than 230 pounds or whatever they're weighing, shit, they getting hot. Because that's one thing that turn on some women. If you look like you can pick them up. You look like you can pick them up, throw them against the wall, toss them around the bedroom. That bedroom. Shit. But see, you got a lot of guys, they like, nah, body game don't work. No, all they saying is, really, what they really saying is, it don't work for them. They don't have that nice body. They don't want to do the work. Shit. They want to see something. Because I was just thinking about, not today, but yesterday, saw a young lady acquaintance. Got the real beautiful. I even tried to hook up with somebody else at the gym. Somebody who follows my channel. You might know who he talking about. I ain't gonna call his name. I saw her yesterday. Her and a buddy came in there. Both of them looking fine. She doing some squats. But she friendly with me. Because you know what? They see me, and I tell them how old I am. I don't have a problem. But they like what they see. They friendly. They see me out in there working out. They see me doing some stuff. In fact, there was this one young lady, shout out Cousin Tito. Me and her used to do, when she was still working out at that gym, me and her used to do the 2-piece with mambo sauce. 2-piece with mambo sauce. I've talked about that before. Okay, we got this slow ass motorcycle up here. Go ahead, dude. That's all right. I got time. Ain't like I got a regular J-O-B-B. Just go with it, y'all. J-O-B-B. Bruh man. Yeah, that's how bruh man was spelled. But I'm going to tell you what. If you don't want to believe in body game or think that work, well, first of all, if somebody don't think it worked, they never tried it. Because in all the time I've been talking about body game, all the time I've been talking about it, I've yet to have somebody come back and say, well, they did body game and it didn't work for them. I've yet to have that. Now, I've had dudes talk about how handsome they were, tell me how handsome they were, even how tall they were, and wasn't getting anything. I've yet to have somebody tell me they hit in the gym and all that, and they not getting something. Because think about something. Think about it. Like I said, the root word of the word relationship is relate. So if that woman, that young girl, she or whatever age, she going in the gym, she working out for 2-3 hours, subconsciously, she's going to want a man she can relate to. In fact, you could even talk to her about it. Because in all the gyms I've worked out at, you can shoot. Sometimes they'll come over to you. You shoot. I remember one time I was at this gym. It was a young lady from Czechoslovakia. And she came. She said, yeah, I see you always in here working out, ho. She came over to me. Cause shoot, and even in the gym, that's a good place to even meet some women. That's even a good place. Now, one thing in the gym, if you working out, don't try to holler at her while she on a machine or something, and don't go out your way. But if you pass her in the hall or something, be like, "Hey, how you doing?" Very simple. How you doing? In fact, whenever I meet ladies in the gym, it has been very, very rare I would holler at them right away. Very, very rare. It's usually I have to see them a little bit. Because first of all, if they in the gym, you got to make sure that they ain't with somebody. There was a woman I've seen in the gym a few times, but she with this dude bigger than me. I was like, shit, I've seen that a few times. I'll be waiting till I see him a while, kind of like gauge them, see who they coming in there with, who they talking to. If they walk in with somebody, man, you don't want to start any trouble. So you just wait. Plus, your main thing, if you going in the gym anyway, need to be on yourself. But trust me, that's where they be. You be seeing these women with these tight old bodies and all of that. There was one young lady. Now, I knew her because she had worked at a local restaurant. And saw her in the gym one time. Couple of young ladies, I seen them at a restaurant. There's a local restaurant in Bel Air, Maryland. Definitely check it out. I'll give the name. Check out IHOP sometime. Whoever the hiring manager is loves booties. I'll just say it like that. He loves some booties. Or whoever's hiring in there. But I met I would see a couple women that I would know from there who served me before be up in the gym, and they be going hard. And who they get with, if I saw him with a guy looked like he working out too. And that's the thing. Like, if you want that tight woman, like, if that's what you want. Now, if you don't want that, you want just some woman just hanging out, just doing whatever, just built like whatever, okay, don't worry about the gym. You don't have to go up in there. You don't have to go up in there at all. Leave it alone. But if you want that tight body, let's just be real. Most men want that tight body on a woman. If you want to get her, you need to be presenting what she presenting. Now, if she's spending 3 hours in the gym, this ain't saying you need to spend 3 hours a day. But you need to look like you work out. Trust me, they be checking. They be checking. Because like I said, like I said earlier, common sense. Most of them, if they working out, keeping their body tight, keeping that waist snatched, got that round old butt. I gotta finish the progression. I left it off a little while ago. Got that round old buttock. Got those round hips. Got those thick thighs, which save lives. Which they probably did. They got because they hitting those squats. Got those nice calves, toes. Those calves you gotta have. Those toes. Yeah, I know. I ain't do the progression the way I usually do, but, just go with me. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. She got all that. She probably had to work out. Because, really, when I think about every woman I've known in life, every woman I've gotten with life who had that nice body, who stood out, all of them had a gym membership. All of them had a gym membership. I can't think of... I'm trying to think one who didn't have a gym membership. All of them would work out. All of them. Every single one. They would work out, or they might have been an athlete. Something. They had something. They would do something. Shoot. They shoot. And this would be whether it was in a gym. When I lived in this apartment in D.C., I be seeing them in there working out. Apartments be having gyms and stuff. They be doing stuff. They be up in there. Shoot. Even where I live now, we have a little gym on the little area. They be going up in there. But if you want that type of woman, you need to present the same thing. You need to present the same thing. Because even on a subconscious level, they working out, they putting in all that work. They want that guy who putting on the work, even subconsciously. And this is irregardless of how much money you making. And if you handsome and they can look at you and think you handsome, but they still want to say, okay, is this dude working out? Because even when you get like these dudes talking about Chad and Tyrone, the thing that nobody talks about with Chad is Chad be hitting the gym. Chad be hitting the gym. And Chad just I don't know why no one talks about that. Chad take off that shirt, he got something to show. Every single person that you might even content creators, you can tell they do something in the gym. Even content creators, whether they Chad, Tyrone, whatever you want to call them, they hitting the gym. That's very important. No matter what their face is like, they hitting the gym. And I'm going to tell you what, when you get some guys who don't want to do something, and like I said, it don't have to be the gym, just as long as you're doing something. You might do like some body weight exercises or something out. You got to do something. You got to do something. Do not ask for what you can't give. So if that woman is working out, she doing something, you need to be able to say the same thing. And like I said, there might be some exceptions here and there, but do you want to go with trying to be the exception? That's like thinking like some very beautiful woman is going to automatically approach you. That's the exception. Most of y'all ain't doing that. Most of y'all ain't at that level. Let's just be real with that. Let's just be real. She's not going to approach you. You need to do something. You need to do something. You need to have something that's turning that woman on sexually, physically. Because even when you talk about sex, you think about, like I said, women, shoot, they thirsty for sex. Shoot. They want a guy, shit, even if you just going in the gym or doing body weight exercise, doing running or something, just to have some stamina or something. They gonna look at a guy and say, oh, okay, does he have stamina? Now, if you look like you'll be breathing hard if you just walk up some steps, they ain't gonna want to deal with you. Or you don't look like you can pick them up, they don't want to deal with you. Shit. They want to know what's up. Shoot, body game. Like I said, the one major reason. Now, I've always talked about you turning a woman on, but see, the women in the gym too. The women doing their thing too. Let me see. Yeah, these lights acting all funky up here. Yeah. Had a brief blackout around here last night. Brief. Very brief. Woke me up. I got lights that come on. I got those type of lights. We got power outage and the power comes back on, the lights come back on. I'm like, oh man. Woke me up. I'm like, God damn. Anyway. I gotta look like something. Shoot, you be talking with it. Shit, I'm about to go in this store over here. There's a woman. I ain't gonna say what country she from, but she had actually been in the Olympics. But body. You gotta think about that. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts. You want that fine ass woman? Let me let this guy get past. Alright, yeah, be nice. Yeah. Hit it for that one reason. Shoot. You want that fine ass woman? That one with that killer body? That one with that progression, that snatched waist? Shit, those women look like they could be on Instagram. Your ass need to be in the gym too. This ain't no ifs, ands, and buts. You need to get that body together. Like I said, there's some women, they'll get with you. There are some women who will get with you if you don't have all that, but you want to increase your odds. All right? So anyway, that's all I have for today. I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.